Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Good evening, all of you. Welcome to another very exciting session of Patliputra Sahodaya. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. And today we're going to discuss a very much discussed, already a very discussed and, a very hot and burning topic, gender sensitivity. So welcome all ladies and gentlemen over there. So today we are going to have a great discussion on gender sensitivity. So you must be having your own, mindsets. You must be having your own thought processes about gender. Many of you teach in co-ed schools, like leading a girls' school in Patna. Similarly, many of you may be teachers or principals of boys' school. So we all have different thought processes in our mind regarding gender. So I would like to start with a very small and a very sweet, example. It so happened once that a child, a small child of UKG maybe or class one, went home and he asked his father rather, that Papa, what is the meaning of sex? Now his father got aggravated. Hey, sex means what? Why do you want to know about sex? Then, father did not give an answer. So the child asked once again, Papa, what is the meaning of sex? So since the child asked the question for the second time, now the father was a little. He says, why do you want to know about sex and who taught you this? So the child says, my teacher has asked me, what is sex? So now the father was very annoyed and he was very aggressive. He thought, मैं कौन से स्कूल में अपने बच्चे को भेजता हूँ जहाँ सेक्स के बारे में पढ़ाई होती है यूकेजी 1 में. तो फिर फादर गुस्सा होकर बच्चे से पूछते हैं, तुम्हें सेक्स के बारे में क्यों जानना है? Now the child is replying very sweetly. The child is saying, Papa, I have to fill up one column in my school diary. Do you understand, friends? In your school diaries, you write sex. So what answer do we expect? We expect male or female, isn't it? But do you understand that when this message goes to the parents, to the society, what is the first thought that comes to our mind? So, our mind has been set in that way that we always think negative about things and we feel it's a taboo to talk about gender, to talk about sex. So today we're going to discuss this very sensitive topic, and please, I want to make this very clear in the beginning of the session that I'm a female, but I'm not going to be biased towards that. So today let's have a healthy discussion on gender sensitivity and how as teachers, how sensitive we should be when we are discussing these topics in the class. So let me share my screen first. Let me see. Yes, this is it. So just let me know, friends, through the chat box if you're able to see my screen or not. Okay, I'm going to move to the slideshow view and that would make your work from the slide. Okay. I hope it's visible. Thank you so much for your responses. Thank you. So gender sensitivity is our topic of in-house training for Patliputra Sahodaya today, and I'm so happy that you are attending this training from the platform of Patliputra Sahodaya. Okay, so what is gender sensitivity? Let's move. Today we are going to try to understand these few points in this 1 hour session of ours. To develop the knowledge and skills to counter gender-based stereotypes, discrimination, violence, practice positive gender roles, promote gender equity and rights in all situations. So, whatever in our mind, whatever gender stereotypes we have, the discrimination we have against a gender, the violence that is done towards a gender, those things we are going to just understand, and we will all together practice positive gender roles and promote gender equity. So let us try to understand what is this about. So basically in this 1 hour, we're going to discuss what is gender, what are the gender roles and what are the discrimination, gender stereotyping and advertisements. I'll try to show you a few very small videos, just see if I can. Then there's a gender power walk. I will discuss one very beautiful experiment with you, which we cannot try online. But when you go to your classes, I would request you, I would request you with a little bit of assertiveness that you please try this experiment in your classrooms, in your school. It's a wonderful experiment. And then we'll discuss about dealing with gender-based discrimination, how to deal with that, and challenging gender-based violence. Okay, so first thing is explain that sex is based on biology while gender is linked to social inequalities. This beautiful thing, let us understand. So let us understand this. I have put in front of you two columns, and the third one I have not given any heading. So now, friends, you have to be very fast. Your fingers should be very fast, and you're going to chat me the answers very quickly. So are you all alert now? Are you all ready? Okay. So tell me, share some words that they associate with women and some that they associate with men. Women and men on two sides. Can you share some words which associate with women? आप इमेजिन करिए फ्रेंड्स कि आप में से किसी की शादी नहीं हुई है, मेरी भी शादी नहीं हुई है, और हम अपनी शादी के लिए मैट्रिमोनियल्स में एक एड देने वाले हैं. तो आप क्या लिखते हैं? जो लड़के हैं वो कैसी लड़की चाहते हैं, और जो लड़कियां हैं वो कैसे लड़के चाहते हैं. तो पहले हम फीमेल्स का लिखते हैं. तो जितने भी जेंटलमैन हैं वहां, वो प्लीज मुझे बताइए, विमेन के लिए आप क्या लिखना चाहेंगे? कैसी फ्रेंड, कैसी वाइफ चाहिए आपको? इमेजिन करिए आपकी शादी नहीं हुई है, ठीक है, तब आप लिखिए कैसी वाइफ चाहिए आपको. ये सम लवली आंसर्स हैव कम. एजुकेटेड, वेरी गुड. एजुकेटेड, वेरी गुड. नेक्स्ट इज नहीं, अभी आप लड़कों वाला लिख रहे हैं, मुझे लड़कियों वाला चाहिए. कैसी लड़की चाहिए आपको? स्मार्ट, अंडरस्टैंडिंग, वेरी गुड. एजुकेटेड. और कौन कौन से वर्ड्स आ रहे हैं मुझे देखने दीजिए. फ्रेंडली, ब्यूटिफुल, राइट. सी दिस वंडरफुल वर्ड्स. अंडरस्टैंडिंग, वेरी गुड. फ्रेंडली, वेरी गुड. अंडरस्टैंडिंग. और होमली, किसी ने लिखा होमली, किसी ने लिखा बोल्ड. वेरी गुड. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी विद योर आंसर्स. तो जनरली फ्रैंक, जनरली अब आप थोड़ी देर के लिए अपनी उंगलियों को आराम दे दीजिए. स्टॉप चैटिंग. Now, when I go to the men's section, I'll ask you once again. Otherwise, they will all get mixed. किसी ने बहुत अच्छा आंसर लिखा, to cook. So, जब भी बात आती है औरत की, तो हमारे दिमाग में क्या आता है? सबसे पहले आता है fair, beautiful, long hair, caring, should know how to cook, should be smart, should be intelligent. कभी कभी आजकल तो ये भी आ जाता है, should be working. ये सारी चीजें विमेन के साथ आती हैं, ठीक है. तो आपने देखा ना हमारा दिमाग क्या कहता है कि फीमेल गोरी होनी चाहिए, दुबली होनी चाहिए, लंबे बाल होने चाहिए, खूबसूरत होनी चाहिए, खाना बनाना आना चाहिए, मल्टीटास्किंग. वाओ, वंडरफुल वर्ड्स. मल्टीटास्किंग हैज आल्सो कम अप. अब हम एक ब्रेक लेते हैं 10 सेकंड का. काइंड हार्टेड, जेंटल, ये सारी वर्ड्स आ रही हैं विमेन के लिए. वेरी गुड, गुड ह्यूमन बीइंग. अब मैं देखती हूँ कि लड़कियां क्या लिखेंगे. अभी अब खाली फीमेल्स लिखेंगे, ठीक है. फीमेल्स आप लिखिए कि आप एक अपने वुड बी लाइफ पार्टनर में क्या क्या चीजें देखना चाहते हैं. आप अपने हस्बैंड के लिए, वुड बी हस्बैंड के लिए मैट्रिमोनियल में एक एड दे रही हैं, तो क्या क्या आप लिखेंगे? माय गॉड, somebody is written flexible. Flexible, now this word has got many meanings. Flexible मतलब क्या है? Handsome, understanding, smart, educated, confident. Very good. ये खूबसूरत वर्ड्स आ रहे हैं, सारी लड़कियां लिख रही हैं. वेरी गुड. Understanding, friendly, rich, wonderful. This was the answer I was expecting. Rich, financially sound, matured, helpful, good human, और बहुत कुछ. Responsible, supportive. माय गॉड, मेन की तो लिस्ट एंड ही नहीं हो रही है. चलिए, आई थिंक फीमेल्स आर लकी हियर, उनकी लिस्ट छोटी थी मेन से. तो अब आप देखो फ्रेंड्स, ये जितने भी वर्ड्स हैं, जितने भी वर्ड्स हम लोगों ने भी डिस्कस किया, अगर मैं हेडिंग को चेंज कर दूं, अगर मैं मैन को इधर ले आऊं और वुमेन को उधर ले जाऊं, तो क्या बहुत खास फर्क पड़ेगा? आपको वाकई लगता है फर्क पड़ता है अगर वो वुमेन ब्यूटीफुल नहीं हो, अगर वो, क्योंकि आप में से बहुत लोगों की शादी हो चुकी है. अब आप सोचो उस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कि नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू चेंज द हेडिंग. माधु जी इज सेइंग नो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. तो ये एक्चुअली हमारे दिमाग का खुराफात है. That the girl should be beautiful, she should be fair, she should be tall, she should have long hair, she should know how to cook. आजकल कौन कुक करता है घर में? हम लोग तो सारे ऑर्डर करके स्विगी और व्हाट एवर जोमैटो एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. इनका बाजार इतना हाई क्यों हो रहा है अगर विमेन सारी कुकी वाली हो तो यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड कि ये जितनी चीजें हमारे दिमाग में एसोसिएटेड वर्ड्स है ना, रिलेटेड टू वुमन एंड रिलेटेड टू मैन, ये सब हमारे दिमाग की बात है. अगर ये नहीं भी हो, अगर ये हेडिंग्स इंटरचेंज भी हो जाए, स्वाइप हो जाए, तो भी हमारी जिंदगी में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. सो वॉट एवर वी अंडरस्टैंडिंग वी हैव अबाउट जेंडर इज एक्चुअली हियर. इसकी जरूरत नहीं. अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमारी ही भी हो तो भी हमारी जिंदगी इतनी खूबसूरत तरीके से चलेगी. एम आई राइट फ्रेंड्स? Am I right? Yes or no? How many of you still say no? Yeah, what a beautiful smiley has come up. Yes. Okay. Now let us try to understand what is the difference between sex and gender. Now we are born to a sex, isn't it? That means it is our biological identity that I'm a female, you are a male, or somebody is a transgender. So we are still we are not talking about that. I'll come to that in the later section. So we are born with it. And what is gender? Gender is socially constructed. कि भैया ये जो है वो लड़का है इसलिए वो रो नहीं सकता, वो लड़का है इसलिए उसको लंबा होना चाहिए, वो लड़का है इसलिए उसके मसल्स होने चाहिए, लेकिन ये लड़की है जिसकी मसल्स नहीं होनी चाहिए, इसको दुबली होनी चाहिए. ये हमारे दिमाग में है. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं भी हो तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? So please understand this, that you are born with a sex, but this gender thing is socially constructed in our mind. We are not born with it. जब एक बच्चा जन्म लेता है उसको नहीं पता होता जेंडर, उसको अपना सेक्स पता हो सकता है लेकिन जेंडर नहीं पता होता. फिर धीरे धीरे उसकी मम्मी, उसके पापा, उसके फ्रेंड्स, उसके फैमिली उसको सिखाते हैं, देखो यू आर अ बॉय, यू कैन नॉट क्राई इन पब्लिक, यू आर अ बॉय, यू हैव टू बी स्ट्रॉन्ग, यू आर अ गर्ल, यू शुड बी सॉफ्ट स्पोकन, यू आर अ गर्ल, प्लीज अप्लाई उपटन ऑन योर फेस, यू विल बिकम फेयर. क्या हम लड़कों को कहते हैं अप्लाई उपटन face so that you become fair? We don't, because हमारा दिमाग क्या कहता है कि लड़कियों को गोरा होना चाहिए, लड़कों को गोरा होने की जरूरत नहीं है. So now my friends, I hope you understand that ये gender word ही एक imaginary word है, एक hallucination है हमारे दिमाग में. Actually there is nothing as gender, और स्पेशली जब हम जेंडर बायस होते हैं तो एक इतना बड़ा हेलुसिनेशन है हमारे दिमाग में कि हम जेंडर तो होता ही नहीं, हम क्रिएट करते हैं और उसके बाद जेंडर का हेलुसिनेशन भी क्रिएट करते हैं कि वो ऐसा होना चाहिए, ये ऐसा होना चाहिए, वो वैसा होना चाहिए. ये सारी बेकार की बातें आप अपने दिमाग से हटाना चाहिए. ओके, नाउ लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. So what is the summary of discussions till now? Gender describes the stereotypical characteristics the society deems appropriate for men and women. यानी सोसाइटी ये तय करती है, हम और आप ये तय करते हैं कि मेन को क्या करना चाहिए, विमेन को क्या करना चाहिए. ये स्टीरियोटाइप कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं जो सोसाइटी डिसाइड करती है. नेक्स्ट, जेंडर कैन वैरी विद कल्चर, सोसाइटी, कंट्री. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप हो सकता है आपके कल्चर में या आपकी सोसाइटी में है कि लड़कियों को घूंघट करना चाहिए, लेकिन हो सकता है कोई ऐसी सोसाइटी भी है जिसमें लड़कियों का घूंघट करना वर्जित है. तो जेंडर कोई जनरल रूल नहीं होता. जेंडर की जो डेफिनेशंस होती हैं, जेंडर की जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होती है, वो कल्चर, सोसाइटी एंड कंट्री के हिसाब से वैरी करती हैं. एंड इट इज कंस्ट्रक्टेड ऑल्सो सोशली, और ओवर द टाइम वो चेंज भी हो जाती हैं. क्योंकि आज के समाज में आप देखिए, आज से 20 साल पहले, 25 साल पहले, 50 साल पहले जो आप ही के सोसाइटी में होता था, आज वो नहीं हो रहा है. इट इज चेंजिंग. And we are all equal and deserve to be treated equally. So please don't treat me the way you're treating because I'm a woman, or please don't treat me the way you're treating me because I'm a man. You must treat the woman and the man in an equal way. So don't have those stereotypes in your mind. So let's come to the next part of it. Point number 2 is gender roles and discrimination. अभी एक वंडरफुल सा लिस्ट मैंने दिया है. सो आप क्या टाइप करेंगे आपको पता है? आप अपने चैट बॉक्स पे टाइप करेंगे या तो W या M. सो आर यू ऑल रेडी? लेट्स स्टॉप टाइपिंग एनीथिंग एल्स. कुछ और टाइप करने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. गुड इवनिंग एंड ऑल, नथिंग. योर स्कूल नेम, नथिंग. प्लीज डोंट टाइप एनीथिंग एल्स. जस्ट टाइप जो काम यहाँ दिया गया, वॉशिंग डिशेस. आपके हिसाब से वो वुमेन का काम है कि मेन का काम है? अगर आपको लगता है वुमेन का काम है तो W, और अगर आपको लगता है मेन का काम है तो M. ठीक है, वेरी गुड. पहला वी आर ओनली डिस्कसिंग अबाउट वॉशिंग डिशेस. वेरी गुड. तो बहुत सारे लोग कह रहे हैं वुमेन का काम है और कुछ लोग कह रहे हैं बोथ. वेरी गुड. नाउ यू गो टू ग्रोसरी शॉपिंग. ग्रोसरी शॉपिंग कौन करता है आपके घर में? ग्रोसरी शॉपिंग बोथ. मैक्सिमम आंसर्स इज बोथ. वेरी गुड. कुछ विमेन भी आए हैं. नेक्स्ट, स्वीपिंग एंड क्लीनिंग. हस्बैंड वाइफ मैं नहीं पूछ रही हूँ, मैं सिर्फ मेल और फीमेल पूछ रही हूँ. देखिए फ्रेंड्स, आई थिंक यू आर फॉरगेटिंग दीस डेज देयर आर लॉट ऑफ लिव-इन्स आल्सो, सो यू कैन नॉट ओनली से हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ, जस्ट से women or men. That is the safest thing I think we can talk about. So sweeping and cleaning, who is doing? Okay, you can see we are receiving answers, maximum women and both also. What about washing clothes? Washing clothes, women, both. Women. Very good, women. Okay, going to office, both. Maximum is both. Very good. Serving meals. घर में खाना कौन परोस कर खिलाता है? और एक रोटी ले लीजिए, थोड़ा सा और चावल खा लीजिए. Who does this most? Women. Okay, cooking. I think the answer should be no one, because I think nobody wants to cook. But still, maximum women are doing cooking as per your answers. It's not my view. Going to school or college? Going to school or college? Going to school or college? Both. Very good. Then next comes here, cooking we have already done. Caring for children. Caring for children. Both. 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 Maximum answer is both. But apart from that, the answer is women. Nobody is writing men. Okay. Any other we leave? Leisure. लीजर, चैन से बैठकर टीवी देखना है, फ्रेंड्स के साथ गप करना है, ये कौन करता? Undebatable answer. Men have maximum leisure time for themselves. Listening to music. अब ये सारे men वाले आ गए ज्यादा. Maximum answers मुझे men मिल रहे हैं. Then playing a sport, men. Very good. Watching television. ये तो both आ रहा है. Both. Very good. No one option नहीं है sir. No one मत लिखिए. Then meeting friends. I'm getting a balanced answer here. Men, both, and women. Okay, very good. Okay, watching a movie. Maximum answer coming up to me is both. Next is rangoli making. All answers are women. All women. Very good. Okay. Now you can give rest to your fingers now. Now it is our rest time. Shavasana. Okay. All yoga we have done. So please give rest. तो आपने देखा फ्रेंड्स, हमारे दिमाग में ऐसा है, हमारे दिमाग में ऑलरेडी सेट है कि ये काम फीमेल्स के लिए, ये काम मेन के लिए, ये काम दोनों के लिए. लेकिन ऐसे भी तो घर होते हैं. आई एम pretty sure there are homes in which these rules are not applicable. Maybe whatever answers you are giving, they are not applicable. The work is being done in the entirely opposite way. Or maybe whoever is free is doing whatever is possible, isn't it? So even if the men are washing dishes at home, or the men are looking after kids, or the men are washing the clothes, do you really think there will be some difference in those houses? क्या उन घरों में कोई प्रॉब्लम होगी? Yes or no? या वो घर भी as smoothly चलेगा जैसे दूसरे घर चलते हैं? I'm sure there'll be no problem. But we have a mindset कि ये काम female करेंगे, वो काम men करेंगे. Okay, so now it's time to get rid of it. So friends, what are our points of discussion here? That what are your thoughts when you look at the table? You've already shared your thoughts. Is the distribution equal? Who has how form? Of course, we saw the female. And who has more leisure time? We saw that it was a male. And is this distribution acceptable? Why or why not will be your answer. Please remember this, friends. There's a classic example here that we all say that cooking is mostly done by females at home. But when you go out of your home, you will see in all the dhabas, in all the hotels, in all masterchef programs, you will find males doing it, isn't it? So what kind of hypocrisy is this? When you go to the dry clean shops, you'll only find males working out there. Okay. So why don't most men perform these tasks in their households? It's a very big question. When that man can go outside and take it up as a profession and do it, why can't that man do it at home? He cannot do it at home because बचपन से उसकी मम्मी, उसके दादी, उसके पापा ने उसको बचपन से समझाया है ये जेंट्स का काम नहीं है. उसने बचपन से देखा है मदर इज डूइंग इट एट होम, दादी इज डूइंग इट एट होम, नानी इज डूइंग इट एट होम, चाची इज डूइंग इट एट होम. तो उसे ये फील होता है कि ये मेरा काम है ही नहीं, ये तो फीमेल्स का काम है. सो व्हेन दैट मैन गेट्स मैरिड, वो एक्सपेक्ट करता है कि उसकी वाइफ उस काम को करेगी. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? ओके, सो दिस इज व्हाट वी ड्रॉ द समरी फ्रॉम हियर. नाउ द थर्ड, जेंडर स्टीरियोटाइपिंग एंड एडवर्टीजमेंट्स. तो एक चीज हमारे दिमाग में ये ख्याल आता है कि how men understand this कि I have to do this, and how females understand that I have to do this. Who is actually spreading this awareness? So as I already told you, friends, this awareness is spread right from the day you're born. Within your family, people, we see males of the home doing certain things, females of the home doing certain things. And I'm sure in those families where the males and females both do all kinds of things, there the children are also not having that kind of gender stereotyping in their mind. But where in typical homes where females do only a certain kind of job and males do only a certain kind of job, I'm sure the children of that house also have this gender stereotype in their mind. Now, another very big contribution is of the media. Even the media, whether it is a print media or it is electronic media, that also plays a very, very important role. You will see, suppose, I'm just giving you an example. Have you ever seen that in an ad soap, if there's a male? Even if there's a male, I remember the ad of Lux soap. See, I'm not contradicting anything here. I'm just giving you an example. From my childhood, I've observed the Lux soap ad. You know, all the females are there. And when I was also a child, or I was a young girl, I actually thought this, I felt this, that if I use Lux soap, I'll become as beautiful as Rekha or as beautiful as Sri Devi, etc., etc., etc. Now, when we grew up a little, then we saw, okay, Shah Rukh Khan entered the Lux ad. But he never said that I apply Lux. He was just trying to give a lot of respect, a lot of love to those ladies who use Lux. So, what kind of advertisement is this? What kind of advertisement is this, friends? Doesn't this ad teach us that, okay, soaps make the girls beautiful? Soaps are for ladies. When they use it, they become more beautiful. So even our media, even the television, or even the newspapers, or any kind of media also has a great effect on creating this gender stereotype in our mind. Please remember this. So don't fall prey to whatever is being reiterated in the media, or whatever is being told in the media, or whatever is being shown on the television. Please don't fall a prey to that, and please don't start believing it. So, you know, I have some nice examples for you. Look at this song. Okay, look at this song. The song is Jadoo Teri Nazar. I hope you all remember this song. You all remember this song? Jadoo Teri Nazar, Khushboo Tera Badan, Tu haan kar ya na kar, tu hai meri Kiran. You understood this? Now we change this. We change this song. Why? But the question arises, tu haan kar ya na kar, tu hai meri Kiran. Why? That means Kiran does not have a stand of her own. Even if Kiran is saying no, she then also, it is understood as haan. She has to love that person. Why? So now, friends, the song changes. Jadoo teri nazar, khushboo tera badan, tu haan kar ya na kar, ye hak hai tera Kiran, ye hak hai tera Kiran. So this is how, friends, we are going to break gender stereotype at every point, and we are going to say that no, we have the right to decide. We have the right to change the world. We have the right that in my house, whether I am cooking or my husband is cooking, no one can speak about it. Whether I'm doing the cleaning or he's doing the cleaning, no one can interfere in that. Whether I'm taking care of the kids or he's taking care of the kids, no one can interfere. So this is your right. It's your life. It's your family. Please don't spoil your relationships. Please don't spoil your life just because there's a gender stereotype available with the society. So this is what I would like to say. Now this is an ad. I don't know whether it will be, please, if it's audible and visible, you'll please write yes, otherwise you write no. Okay, then you know I will stop playing it. Just let me see if it can be played. You write yes if you can hear the audio and you can see the video also. I'm just playing one small ad for you.
सेटल हो जा कब तक अकेला रहेगा यूएसए में। एक कप गरम कॉफी पीने के लिए भी बाहर जाना पड़ता है ठंड में। एक मिनट हाँ, कुछ कीजिए। 24 आवर्स कॉफी इसी के साथ सेटल हो जाइए। शादी के लिए रेडी है यार? I'm not a kitchen appliance.
Havells Appliances. Respect women.
I hope you all enjoyed this ad, friends. Okay. You only saw the audio, you only heard the audio, no video. Okay, I'm showing you one more very interesting one. Even if you hear it, you will enjoy.
बैठे तो आपका नाम है विकास वर्मा
Listen
और
carefully.
आप मिस शांति पंडित जी। शादी के बाद आप मिसेस शांति वर्मा।
नो मैम, शांति पंडित ही रहेंगी, मैं बनूंगा विकास पंडित। आई विल टेक
Did you see? So, we also need positive advertising like this in the society. It's time, teachers, you are the mentors in your class, you are the teachers in your class, you are influencing the upcoming generation of your country. So please remember that you can set such wonderful examples in front of your class, in front of your students, so that they grow up without any gender stereotype in their mind. So basically, we are swayed away by the media. Media has, you believe it or you don't believe, media has a lot of influence now on our lives. So you must understand that how to explain children and how to make children believe that all that is shown on the television, all that is shown in their tabs and the different channels and all, it's not correct. The children have to think using their own brain and understand what is right and what is wrong. Okay. Now the next point we're going to talk about is gender power talk. Now this is an activity actually about which I was talking, and I wanted each one of you to do this activity in your school. Now please take a screenshot of this. You will write these in a chit. You make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chits, and you write boy, girl, third gender, girl who is living with disability, boy who is living with disability. You make 5 small chits, okay? And these 5 small chits you give to any 5 students of your class, and you will make them stand from one on a row, same line, same position. You make them stand, not one behind the other, horizontally same, okay? And then you put up these questions in front of them. You can take a screenshot of this also. These are few questions. Like for example, I'm going to read this out for you. You have given the chits, but nobody should know that what is written in the friend's chit. They will know. Suppose I get a chit of a boy. I will know that I've got the chit of a boy, but others will not know. Now you will read out these questions. For example, if you can easily go out to study in another village, city, take one step forward, otherwise take one step back. Are you understanding? तो जिन बच्चों को आपने चिट दी है वो खुद सोचेंगे कि जैसे हम प्रीवियस स्लाइड में अगर जाए, वो सोचेंगे अगर वो लड़का है तो जा सकते हैं या नहीं, लड़की है तो जा सकते हैं या नहीं, थर्ड जेंडर है तो जा सकते हैं या नहीं, गर्ल विद डिसेबिलिटी है तो जा सकते हैं कि नहीं, बॉय विद डिसेबिलिटी है तो जा सकते हैं कि नहीं. लेट देम टेक अ कॉल. लेट you as a teacher understand that what these children have already in their mind. So you will see at the end of this, like this, you will read all these. ठीक है? थोड़ी देर के बाद when this activity ends, with all these steps, you will see that कुछ बच्चे जो आपको आपने एक लाइन में खड़ा किया था, कुछ बच्चे आगे हो जाएंगे, कुछ बच्चे लाइन से भी पीछे चले जाएंगे, कुछ बच्चे लाइन पर ही खड़े रह जाएंगे. तो इससे हम अपने बच्चों को एग्जाम्पल देंगे कि देखो, लड़का, लड़की, डिसेबिलिटी, थर्ड जेंडर होना, ये सारी चीजें हमारी लाइफ पे कितना प्रभाव डाल रही हैं, जबकि प्रभाव नहीं डालना चाहिए. These things, whether I'm a boy or I'm a girl or I'm having some disability or I'm a third gender, ये चीजों का हमारे लाइफ पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. I should only be tested on the basis of my capabilities, on the basis of what I know, on the basis of my knowledge, not on the basis of the fact that I'm a boy or I'm a girl or I'm a third gender or I'm etc etc etc. Are you understanding? So this way, teachers, you can sensitize your students. You can make the students feel what is right and what is wrong. Otherwise होता क्या है कि आपके पास 6 घंटा पढ़ के जब ये बच्चे घर वापस जाते हैं तो remaining hours that they spend at home or with their friends or in their locality, they are seeing all those wrong things mostly. There are very few homes which can actually propagate the right things. So they are seeing those things. They are seeing those things at home. So what is happening? Those things are having a very, very strong effect on their tender minds. So therefore, I would like to say that as a teacher, you hold the responsibility of erasing of those things which are wrong and reinforcing those things which are correct. So try this in your school or in your class. Okay. So we learn from here that some people get more opportunities than others. As I told you, maybe a boy will get more opportunity. A disabled boy will get a more opportunity than a disabled girl. So you should understand these things. Discrimination can play out in many ways. और वो discrimination बच्चों के education पे, health पे, career choice पे, permission to go out, befriending people, ability to state one's opinions openly, इन सारी चीजों पर हमारे discrimination का फर्क पड़ता है. तुम लड़की हो, तुम चुप रहो. तुम लड़का हो, तुम बोल सकते हो. तुम लड़की हो, तुम घर के अंदर रहो. तुम लड़का हो, तुम बाहर शाम को पार्टी कर सकते हो. तुम लड़की हो, तुम बाहर पढ़ने नहीं जाओगी. तुम लड़का हो, तुम बाहर पढ़ने जा सकते हो. So this kind of discrimination exists in the society, and you have to fight against it. You have to rule it out. Okay. But you cannot rule that out with lectures. You have to rule them out giving examples, playing games with the students, doing some case studies in the classes. Okay, I'll come to some case studies also. You can take a screenshot of that also and use it in your classes. Often what people are able to achieve or not depends on less on their ability and more on the opportunities available to them. Yes, very true. हमारी ability से ज़्यादा हमारी opportunities, हमारा gender वहाँ work कर जाता है. अरे आप देखते होंगे बहुत सारी vacancies में निकलती हैं only female candidates, only male candidates. We still find this in the society. We still have a feeling, don't we have a feeling that girls are more good in literature and boys are better in mathematics? ये feeling नहीं हमारे society में है, which is truly, absolutely senseless. Doesn't have any logic behind it. We need to examine our own behavior and honestly assess whether any discriminatory in our actions are taking place or not. You must be very sure about this. कि ठीक है हम इतना लेक्चर दे रहे हैं इस टॉपिक पर, लेकिन कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं कि मैं ही कुछ ऐसा काम कर रही हूँ जिससे जेंडर बायसनेस हमारे सोसाइटी में ज्यादा फैल रहा हो. हमारे बच्चे देख रहे हो कि अरे मैम तो खुद ही जेंडर बायस्ड है, मैम जेंडर के बारे में क्या पढ़ाती हैं. Are you understanding? So you have to be very, very careful. Next, how will you deal with gender-based discrimination? How will you deal with gender-based discrimination as a teacher? So, you know, as I just now told you, giving lecture will not help. Giving lecture will not help. You have to go for a playway method. You have to go for activity method. You have to go for case studies. You have to go for role plays in your class. Because हमारा purpose जो है ये आप classroom तक ले जाएं session को. हमारा purpose ये है. ये session आप तक ही रहे. ये हमारा purpose नहीं है. As a resource person, as a mentor, I would also like that you please take this to the classroom. Let the children understand. Even if out of 45 children understand it, there'll be a change in your school scenario, in your school culture, in your classroom culture. So this is the basic purpose. So for example, there are many case studies. You can take a screenshot and use them, but I will just discuss one for you. Again, friends, I would request you to please be on your chat boxes. When I put up a question, you will answer, not now. Okay. So we are discussing case study 1. Suppose a case study says like this. Salma is a 14-year-old girl. Salma is a 14-year-old girl who wants to become a police officer. Her parents are very supportive, but they are hesitant because no other girl from the village has ever taken up a formal job. I hope you understand. उनके पूरे गांव में कोई लड़की आज तक कोई फॉर्मल जॉब नहीं की है, तो उसके पेरेंट्स सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन फिर भी हेजिटेट कर रहे हैं, डर रहे हैं. Salma is not sure whether she'll be able to fulfill her dream. Suppose you put this in front of the class and then you ask the class, suppose teachers, you please consider yourself as students now and let me be the teacher and ask you a few questions based on this case study. Now, suppose if I ask you, do you think Salma's parents are taking the right decision by being hesitant? They're taking the right decision by being hesitant? No, they're not taking the right decision by being hesitant. They are supportive. That is the right decision. But if they're hesitant in sending their child outside the village to take up a job, I think then they're not taking the right decision. Now that you ask the children, Acha beta, you tell me why they are not right. Can anyone answer in the chat box why? Why they are not correct by being hesitant to take to allow the child to take up a formal job? Why do you think they're not correct? What is wrong with the decision? They should remove their hesitation? Yes. Why? Why should they remove their hesitation? Why should they remove their hesitation? Because they should allow? Okay, okay. First, in the society, everybody is equal and everybody should get a chance to chance to study and do a job. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They should not be hesitant because in the society, everybody is equal and everybody, irrespective of the gender, should get a chance to fulfill their dreams. Am I right? Okay, well, if you discuss this, तो बच्चे के दिमाग में अपने आप एक कहानी चलेगी. हो सकता है फ्रेंड्स, ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है कि उसके घर ही में एक आंटी हो, या उसके घर में एक मौसी हो जिसको बाहर जॉब करने नहीं दिया जा रहा है. तो जब बच्चा ये चीज पढ़कर घर जाएगा तो अपनी मम्मी पापा से कहेगा, मम्मा आप पापा आप क्यों नहीं अलाउ कर रहे हो मौसी को बाहर जाकर नौकरी करने के लिए, बाहर जाकर पढ़ने के लिए. आज मेरी मैम ने भी क्लास में डिस्कस किया था, मेरे सर ने भी क्लास में डिस्कस किया था सलमा के बारे में. उसके मम्मी पापा भी ऐसे ही सोते थे, लेकिन हम लोगों को समझाया गया कि दिस इज रॉन्ग. मेरे बहुत फ्रेंड्स ने भी बोला इट्स रॉन्ग, तो मम्मा आप भी मौसी को बाहर पढ़ने दो. यू सी हाउ योर आइडियाज, हाउ योर गुड टीचिंग goes home also, and in turn as a cycle you are actually bringing about ripples of change in the entire society. Are you understanding? Okay, now second case study is Dinesh works at a small shop in his village. He is to get married soon. He insists on not accepting dowry from the girl's family. Dinesh is saying मुझे dowry नहीं लेना. This is unheard of in his community and his parents are angry and upset with him. Now parents कहते हैं क्यों नहीं लेना, सबको ही लेते हैं, तुम गलत हो, तुम्हारे ऊपर हमने इतना खर्चा किया, मुझे वो पैसे वापस चाहिए. तो अब आप बताओ. Now the question for my class is, has Dinesh taken the right decision? Has Dinesh taken the right decision? Very good. I'm so happy all of you are coming up with such wonderful answers. Very good. So definitely Dinesh has taken a right decision. But then why are the parents angry? अगर बच्चा कोई अच्छा डिसीजन लेता है, सही डिसीजन लेता है, तो पेरेंट्स गुस्सा तो नहीं होते हैं. इस केस में, दिनेश के केस में पेरेंट्स गुस्सा क्यों है? Why are the parents angry? Parents have spent money on him. Wonderful. It's a system of the society. Very good. जब हम कभी भी अपने बच्चे पे पैसा बेटे पे तुम सोचो चलो दहेज में वापस ले लेंगे, सोचते हैं ना ऐसा? Because they are not educated. Very good. Because they have spent money on Dinesh. Because they follow the system of the society. Wonderful. They're greedy. Very good. Thank you, my dear friends. I mean, I don't have words to tell you that how interactive you've made this session. I just don't feel that I'm attending or conducting, in fact, an online session. I'm getting a feeling that I'm standing in front of you and conducting an offline session. Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you so much. Due to illiteracy. Very good. So, my friends, when you will discuss this case study in your class, maybe there's a child. Maybe you are working in a place where there are many Dineshes. There are so many Dineshes sitting in your classroom. When they will grow up, maybe they will also say not to take dowry, but the families will be angry. And that day, that Dinesh of your class will remember you and will thank you, isn't it, for giving you this learning in the class. So please take a screenshot. You can develop, see, these are very simple case studies. You don't need a lot of rocket science in this. You can yourself create a few case studies for your classroom. Somebody is raising their hand, Mr. Guddu Kumar. I'll give you a chance at the end of the session to talk, please. So use this case study as a tool for teaching in your classes. Some more case studies are here related to gender. You can please take a screenshot of this. Maya is a 15-year-old girl who attends school with Sonu. Her 13-year-old brother, the brother and sister, Maya is elder, Sonu is younger. Sonu learns wrestling after school. Maya also wants to join him for wrestling coaching. However, the parents do not think that girls should play sports like wrestling. Very common, isn't it? Sonu is going for wrestling, but Maya, even though she's elder than Sonu, she's not allowed to go for wrestling because parents feel that wrestling is not for females, for girls. So you can put up this case study in your class and you should ask your students, tell me, can girls become wrestlers? Then you can ask them, okay students, name some famous female wrestlers. Now, what will you tell this Maya's parents? Are they right? Are they correct? If they're not right, then why are they not right? If they're right, then why are they right? So you know what happens when you discuss case studies, it opens the channel of your child's mind. And they start thinking horizontally, they start thinking vertically, they start thinking parallelly. And it's a kind of brainstorming that happens in your class. And ultimately, brainstorming is very important. I don't know how many of you know this, that 70% of our brain is actually not utilized throughout our life. So if there is no brainstorming, if there's no thought process, brain देखा जाएगा भगवान के पास वापस. तो आप ऐसा चाहते हो क्या कि आपका ब्रेन बिना यूज के भगवान के पास चला जाए? तो इसलिए अपना ब्रेन यूज कीजिए, बच्चों का भी ब्रेन यूज कराइए, खूब यूज कराइए. लेट देम थिंक, लेट द आंसर्स कम फ्रॉम द स्टूडेंट्स. यू डोंट गिव आंसर्स, बिकॉज इट्स अ फैक्ट कि अगर आप किसी को कुछ बोलते हैं ना, तो हो सकता है उसे नहीं अच्छा लगे, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग हम में से यही समझते हैं कि हम जो कह रहे हैं, हम जो बोल रहे हैं वही सही है. तो इसीलिए आप उनको मत कहिए क्या सही है क्या गलत है, आप उनको खुद सोचने दीजिए क्या सही है और क्या गलत है. And you be teacher, your role is to want them to think the way you want them to think. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? So please try to do that instead of just dictating your terms on them. You can do it indirectly also. So what is the summary of the discussion till here? That we may want to pursue our interest which may not be aligned with the existing gender norms and stereotypes. For example, बहुत commonly ये कहा जाता है लड़कियों के लिए टीचिंग प्रोफेशन बहुत अच्छा होता है, बहुत सेफ होता है, छुट्टियां होती हैं. ये उल्टा भी तो हो सकता है. क्या आज के डेट पे आप जो टीचर हैं, आप 4 से 5 बैठ के सेशन अटेंड कर रहे हैं, आपको वाकई लगता है कि इसमें टाइम कम लगता है, छुट्टियां बहुत होती हैं? ऐसा नहीं है. So many men are also becoming teachers. इसका मतलब क्या? If a man is becoming teacher, doesn't mean कि उसका level कम हो जाता है. Are you understanding? We must understand the different causes of our problem before deciding the strategy to address the problem. What is the cause of the problem? Try to understand the root cause of the problem. And really the stereotype, discrimination, then what you can do from your end is support from different sources such and school support of people around you. And how will them understand your interview? You have to make them understand what is right and wrong, and that too not by dictating. They should understand themselves what is right and wrong with a little intervention. That's all. Next is challenging gender-based violence. Gender-based violence, you very well understand that what is gender-based violence. Now look at this. Again, there's a wonderful case study. You can take a screenshot. So whenever we talk about gender-based violence, we really, जैसे मैंने gender violence कहा होगा, बहुत 90% लोगों के दिमाग में चला गया होगा फीमेल के साथ जो वायलेंस होता है. ऐसा नहीं है फ्रेंड्स. जेंडर-बेस्ड वायलेंस मेल्स के साथ भी होता है, वेरी मच होता है. एक एग्जांपल आप देखिए. Sony and Arun both study in class 9. One day, two older boys passed comments on Sony's physical appearance. Sony means a girl. And tried to touch her. She told them that they should stop such behavior. They laughed and continued passing comments whenever they saw her in the school corridor. And another day, the same boys pushed Arun and laughed at him, saying he's too short and still has to learn how to be a man. Such behavior. So they saw how Sony was bullied and they also saw how Arun was bullied, but did not say anything, although they felt bad for Sony and Arun. Very common. हमारे रोड पे भी कुछ भी हो जाता है गलत, हम जाते हैं क्या रोकने के लिए? हम बस तमाशा देखते हैं. आजकल तो लोग वीडियो भी बनाते हैं, उसको वायरल भी करते हैं, लेकिन वहां जाकर स्टॉप करने की कोशिश नहीं करते, वहां जाकर रोकने की कोशिश नहीं करते, वहां जाकर टोकने की कोशिश नहीं करते. So suppose you make 3 groups in your class and you say one group is Sony, one group is Arun, the other group is the classmates. That means the one who are bullying. So group 1 से आप पूछ सकते हैं, if you are Sony, what are the different steps that you can take to address the issue? If you are Arun, what are the different steps you can take to address the issue? And group 3, you are the classmates who saw the incident but did not do anything. What steps you should have taken? इस तरीके से अगर आप क्लास में पढ़ाएंगे तो सिर्फ जेंडर सेंसिटिविटी ही नहीं फ्रेंड्स, हमारे बच्चे जो इतने मूक दर्शक हो चुके हैं, हमारा समाज जो आज एक मूक दर्शक हो चुका है, जो सिर्फ खड़े होकर देखता है क्या हो रहा है, लेकिन उसको कुछ बोलने की, उसके खिलाफ आवाज उठाने की हिम्मत नहीं है. तो these children will learn that also. They will become true citizens of the country and true citizens of the world. They will learn to say no against something which is wrong, which is not happening. क्योंकि घर में भी कहते हैं बच्चों को, बाप बेटा बेटी तुम कोई लड़ाई झगड़ा देखना तो वहां से हट जाना, तुम कुछ मत बोलना, यू कीप योर माउथ शट. तुम आजकल के लोगों को नहीं जानते हो, बड़े खतरनाक होते हैं, गोली होती है, बंदूक होती है. This is what we teach our children. So our children gradually as they grow up with this thought process. They grow up that I have to listen to everything but I don't have to say anything, even if it's right, even if it's wrong. Actually friends, you know what happens, we understand what is right and wrong जब हमारे ऊपर पड़ती है तब. अदरवाइज किसी और पे है, तुम कभी नहीं सोचते. So can you as a teacher motivate your students that they should raise their voice, they should do something. Maybe they will do it intellectually. आपके बच्चे पढ़े लिखे बच्चे हैं तो वो हाथापाई नहीं करेंगे, वो लड़ाई झगड़ा नहीं करेंगे, बुली नहीं करेंगे, मारपीट नहीं करेंगे, गोली बंदूक नहीं करेंगे. लेकिन can you bring out a change in the world with intellectual brains also? I think you can. You don't have to fight. You don't have to use your hands and foot for everything. You can use your brain also. As I just told you कि unused brain है 70%, वापस नहीं चला जाए भगवान के पास, तो इसको यूज कीजिए. और फिर हमारे डिफरेंट जो प्रॉब्लम्स है हमारी सोसाइटी में उसको आप सॉल्व करिए. Some of them have started promising they will do it. Thank you, thank you. I mean, a teacher cannot be happier than this. I'm so happy. Organized violence is a form of violence that targets individual or groups. अकेले में भी हो सकता है, ग्रुप में भी हो सकता है, which can result in physical, sexual, psychological harm or suffering. Girls and boys and transgender should be enabled to say no to violence. Please learn how to say no. और no कहने का तरीका क्या होता है? That first you say no, then you should move away from that point, and then you should always go and tell it to someone जिस पे आप believe करते हो. आप बच्चों को सिखाइए कुछ भी गलत हो रहा है कहीं भी स्कूल में आपके घर पे, सबसे पहले आप नो करके निकलो वहां से. फिर आपको निकलना ही नहीं है, आपको जाकर बताना भी है किसी ऐसे इंसान को जिसको आप ट्रस्ट कर सकते हो. क्योंकि सिर्फ नो, आज आपने नो कह दिया, आज आप बच गए, कल भी तो हो सकता है आपके साथ. सो टू प्रिवेंट एनी फर्दर डैमेज यू मस्ट गो एंड टेल दिस to somebody whom you trust, maybe your class teacher, maybe your parents, maybe someone else, maybe the principal. So what is important is that we need to uphold the dignity, the equality and respect for all the genders, whether it's male or whether it's female or whether it's transgender. We have to give respect, their dignity, their equality, their respect under any circumstance. Okay, so this is very important. Say no, go away from that place, and please go and seek for help. Discuss this with somebody whom you trust. ये 3 चीजें आप अपने बच्चों को जरूर सिखाएं. अमूमन हमारे बच्चे कुछ गलत देखते हैं, हो सकता है नो कर दें, वहां से भाग आए, लेकिन वो आगे के बारे में नहीं सोच पाते. So maybe they will fall in prey some other time. Maybe if they go and discuss with somebody, they can save the life of other people, their friends, their peer. So just saying no is not enough. Just moving away from the situation is not enough. Registering it and telling your problem, discussing a problem with somebody whom you trust is equally important. Okay, that's all from my side today. As far as the presentation is concerned, now I request you to ask questions as many as you can. Then only I'll believe that you have understood. There were some hands which were raised. Okay, so please, thank you, you'll say later on, but please let us discuss a little. You know, I did not discuss in detail transgender because I thought I may run out of time, but we have 5 minutes. I can tell you one thing. सबसे मुश्किल तो ये है कि हम स्टीरियोटाइप से बंधे हुए हैं. That is also very true. लेकिन उससे भी मुश्किल पता है क्या है? We are not even as teachers thinking about the third gender. आप में से कितने लोग ऐसे हैं? आप मुझे चैट बॉक्स में बताएं. आप में से कितने लोग ऐसे जिनके स्कूल में कोई ट्रांसजेंडर एडमिशन है? आई एम श्योर एक भी नहीं है. So when are we going to talk to a management? When are we going to talk to a principal that we are in a position to take admission of transgender students also? Have you prepared your existing students for this? Suppose tomorrow you go to your class and you find a transgender child sitting right in front of the class. Are your students trained for this? Will your students be able to handle that child as a friend? Will you be able to handle that child as a student of your class? Will you be able to? I'm sure you need more time for this. It's very difficult. Is your school prepared for that? Is your school infrastructurally prepared for that? So where, as a school, am I gender sensitive? I'm not. I've not prepared my school for a transgender washroom. I've not prepared my school for accepting transgender students. I've not prepared my management for taking admission of such students. I've not created a healthy atmosphere in my school where these students can be accommodated very, very easily. And they don't feel differentiated. They don't feel separated out. So my dear friends, we have a very, very big role to play. There's a lot to do. अभी तो सिर्फ हम लड़कों की कुकिंग एंड ब्यूटीफुल एंड बोल्ड एंड हैंडसम की दुनिया से ही बाहर नहीं निकल पाए. अब इसके अलावा इतनी सारी चीजें हमें करने को हैं. तो आप काइंडली इसके बारे में सोचिए और दिल से सोचिए और अपने बच्चों को समझाइए क्योंकि ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि जिन चीजों के साथ हम अभी झेल रहे हैं वो हमारे बच्चे अगले जनरेशन तक नहीं कैरी करें। कम से कम ये ये यहीं खत्म होना चाहिए, इसके सॉल्यूशंस अभी निकलने चाहिए। और हमारे बच्चे जब आगे बढ़ेंगे, हमारे बच्चे जब बाहर जाएंगे, तो दे फाइंड अ बेटर वर्ल्ड टू लिव देन व्हाट वी फाउंड। दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। थैंक यू सो मच फ्रेंड्स। नाउ इट्स ओवर टू यू फॉर क्वेश्चंस। Any questions you have? Thank you for your compliments, but I'm actually expecting a few questions. Thank you, thank you. I once again thank from the core of my heart Patliputra Sahodaya, Insha ma'am, Rajiv sir for giving me a chance to put my thoughts across, and looking forward towards next session with you. Thank you for all your good wishes and all your thanks. It's really, it really means a lot. It's a great source of motivation for me and for the entire team, I believe. Thank you, Patliputra Sahodaya, for doing this wonderful job. So I believe there are no questions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So may I quit, ma'am? May I leave the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Insha ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Hope to see you soon again.